Namaste, Ingrid here from wellness2go.ca, and today I'm going to talk about having relationship goals. So the importance of having a relationship goal or several goals, and how that can make all the difference in terms of the relationship that you end up with, the relationship that you have, the relationship that you aspire to have. So talking about the relationship goal or relationship goals, maybe you can have a relationship goal that's as simple as saying, I'm going to be a better listener in my relationship. Or the relationship goal is to have a relationship. So first, I remember when I decided I was ready to be in a relationship again. And I looked at the fact that in other aspects of my life, I was more structured in the sense that if I had a career goal, if I had a health goal, I would research it. I would connect with people in terms of conversations. I put a lot more time into those goals in terms of the structuring of it, structuring in terms of making it authentic or making it mean something or making it matter, or, just doing credible, valuable work, so that once I I'm going to say, once I got a lead on something, or once something appealed to me, I could make it make sense with the goal. So I could say that I wanted a particular connection in my career, and so eventually I spoke to the right people. I got the right information, so that once I made that contact, it was directly related to how my career would then move forward. With my relationships, it was always hit and miss. I was always like, okay, let's see how it goes. I go on a date, I speak to someone, and I just kind of, not really that I'm just winging it, but at that time I was very connected to like saying, okay, I want it to be spontaneous. I want spontaneity. I want it to be authentic. I want it to just go with the flow, right? I have all this structure over here in my career and with my health. I'm working out. I'm following a healthy lifestyle. I'm being a single mother, or whatever the situation might be. But this particular time, yes, it was within that period, moving forward. And even before I was married, I was very much, let's see how it goes, and then I made the best of it. But this time around, finally I said, I need to have some relationship goals. I need to really understand what is going to work for me, what is the best type of partnership I should be in, and how can I make this happen. So I put some things in place to say that, first, what is the goal going to look like when I get it? What is it going to look like? Is it just the fact that as long as I connect with someone and they like and accept me into their life, is that it? Does that mean that I've accomplished this relationship goal? Is it a matter of me connecting with someone and liking who they are and accepting them into my life? Does that mean does that mean that I hit my goal? So I had to go through a little bit of that. And for me, what I realized, it wasn't enough. Because I don't just want a friendship. I don't want a do-over necessarily with my marriage. I want the success of a relationship. And that meant that looking as best as I can for examples of what a successful relationship looks like. When I started this video, I said, your goal could be just simply be that you want to be a better listener. Well, you have to decide, what does that look like? What does it mean to be a better listener, right? So I'm saying that I was looking for, well, what does it look like to have a successful relationship? And I did do the celebrity thing. I looked at famous couples in terms of, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I liked what I saw in front of the cameras, and I liked how they appealed to each other. And so I looked at how personalities at least appeared to be real, that there was genuine interest in each other. So that can be an approach that you can take if you're looking for, your goal is to even just be in a relationship. Well, how do you begin that process? How do you start to move towards being in a relationship? And once we become comfortable with our goal, so you can choose any of those, or you have your own. So you write the goal down, obviously, there's that. But I think it's really important to determine, what does it look like once you've accomplished that goal? So for me, what it looked like was a couple, myself and my partner, that he would be very interested in who I am as a person. Not just, does he like how I look? Do I like how he looks? A genuine interest in who he is, and genuine interest in who I am. So there had to be this almost like a disconnect between the person who you're liking and the actual individual, regardless of if you like them or if you like them romantically or not, right? So what I discovered with that is that my goal included respect, admiration. It included almost like adoring that person, right? And I wanted them to adore me. Again, not just from the physical, from the standpoint of how I think, how I approach the world, how I see the world, what my outlook is on the world. So your goals have to also have like these little sub goals, like little things in between. If you want to be that better listener, what does that look like? Maybe it looks like you genuinely taking the time to process the information, think about it, and then give your take on it. And your partner sees that as valuable. Like, they actually like the fact that you're that engaged and that you're sharing, and that you're very mindful of what they're saying, and you're following along with genuine interest, right? So that could be one thing that you put on your list of this relationship goals. Another part of it that you can think about is, how does that translate to making your life better? The fact that you are choosing to be a better listener for your partner, for yourself, how does that translate to your life being better? So for me, when I looked at, I wanted a successful relationship, it translated into my life being better in the sense that I have someone to share my moments with, right? So to share an interest that I want to look at this movie, or I want to take a look at this book. I want to read that book. I want to check out the latest display of whatever's happening down on the boardwalk, or I want to take a look at a particular neighborhood in terms of up and coming, or the new stores, like just from a sightseeing standpoint. Nothing really over the top. Just the fact that that successful relationship meant that I'm able to share any interests that come to mind. Anything, it doesn't matter. My interest in taking care of plants, I don't know, just that partner being in my life meant that I'm able to share my most, intellectual thoughts, but also my silly thoughts. Silly thoughts in the sense that it doesn't have to be really serious and deep. So that was a breakthrough for me. Also, it was distinct. Like, I was able to distinguish it from the standpoint that it's not a sexual attraction in terms of sharing the interest or whatever. It's just my interest, and I'm able to share it with my partner, and he's able to say, yeah, okay, let's check it out, or really, what is that all about, right? So just having someone that I can have such casual conversations with, or someone I can really delve into a deeper topic, right? For you, think in terms of what does that look like when it's better? What is it going to look like? You're a better listener. Just using that as an example, right? And again, you can put any relationship goal that you want, including being in a relationship. Or if you're in a relationship right now, how to make that relationship better. So we're choosing listening. And so with the listening, you want to, the way how is that going to play out? It's going to play out in the sense that, like I said, your partner and you, I think I was saying that before, it's the fact that there's a connection, that they like the fact that you're sharing good feedback, that you're interested, that you're taking the time. And that can also translate over to what I like to talk about, which is that intimacy, passion, and commitment. So you becoming a better listener could also translate over to you having better commitment in your relationship. Or it could be the fact that you're able to maybe filter those red flags sooner so that you can take a closer look at if there's any issues or anything that's coming up, right? So that can also be another goal that you're going to say, you know what, I am going to make sure that when there are issues, I need to address them immediately. Immediately doesn't mean that yelling and screaming. Immediately could be that you're going to write it down, or you're going to express it, and at some point you and your partner, you're going to discuss that. Or also it could just be a goal that you're saying, when I'm in my next relationship, I'm going to make it a point to share my concerns sooner. I'm not going to keep it all bottled up inside. I'm not going to suppress it or at some point get around to it. So little things like that. So really the importance of the relationship goals, it's the fact that you're truly taking it seriously as to developing these skill sets to have a healthy, loving relationship. Just like if you were challenging your health goals and you're saying, okay, I need to work out X amount of time at the gym or at home, and I need to eat in a certain way, you're going to change or let's say clear out the fridge. You're going to get rid of the processed foods. You're going to get rid of the salty or sweet snacks that have no nutritional value. So the same thing with setting those relationship goals. It's very, very important to really put that into practice, because it starts to align you with much more of a stronger possibility of having the types of relationships that you want to be in. So talk to you soon. And again, like, subscribe, press that bell button thing and just share, share, share. Tell others about me. Ingrid here at wellness2go.ca.